Hello everyone, I'm Catherine, and first of all I'd like to apologize for how my hair looks like. I'm having a bad hair day. Today I'm here to talk about failure. If you're not new to my channel, you already know I have a very serious case of anxiety. I've always pressured myself to be the best. I'm also a control freak. If things get out of control and if things don't work out as I planned, I get very stressed, I get very anxious. Failing is one of my greatest fears, and some people have described me as a perfectionist. So what happens when an anxious perfectionist fails? In my life, my career and my education are a fundamental part of me. To me, my worth used to be based on the grades I had in school, but after some psychotherapy I've realized that I'm not just my grades, I'm a person. And yes, my academic part is very important to me, but I'm just a human being, and sometimes I fail just like everyone else has failed in the past. I'm in university, and this past semester I was very ill due to my panic disorder and my anxiety disorder. I didn't go to classes, I couldn't leave my house. There were some weeks when I couldn't even be awake, because if I was awake I'd have a panic attack, so I would try my best to sleep as much as I could, or else I'd feel very anxious and I would be living in a constant nightmare. It was a terrible phase for me. In my university, you can pass a subject just by taking the final exam. Even though I had spent the whole semester at home and didn't go to any classes, I decided I wanted to take the final exams and I wanted to pass all of my subjects. There are two phases. The first one is in January and the second one is in February. So I went to the first phase. I could only take 3 final exams, so I did them. I only passed one, and it was very heartbreaking for me failing the other 2 because I had studied very hard, but still I kept pushing myself and pressuring myself to study for the next phase, and I had to take 4 exams. Let's keep in mind that those 4 exams during the second phase were one day after the other, so I didn't have any breaks, I didn't have any rest days. I was studying 24/7. It was just awful. I felt pressured. Things were very complicated for me. My agoraphobia got way worse. My anxiety levels were very high. I had to take my emergency medication because of that, so it was terrible. I want to take a break from my story and tell you that if you are dealing with a mental illness, please don't do what I did. This is a huge mistake. Don't do this. Take some time for yourself. Your health is the most important thing. Don't destroy yourself like I did. It's not worth it. And while we're on this break, I want to tell you to leave this video a thumbs up in the comment down below. Moving on, I did the first 2 exams. They didn't go well, but I thought I was going to pass. The other 2, I realized I didn't know anything at all, and I ended up deciding I'm not going to that exam because that's going to be very harmful for me. I probably feel very stressed, nervous, mad at myself, angry, and I know I'd end up leaving the room crying. So I thought to myself, that's enough. I'm not going to keep doing this. I'm not going to keep ruining my mental health because of this. Life is not a race. There's time to do things in the future, and it's totally fine if I fail. I'm a human being. If I fail, the world is not going to end and things will be alright. I ended up failing the 2 exams I had taken, and now I have 4 subjects left behind. Failing is something I used to be ashamed of, but then I understood that failure is just a part of life. It's okay if you fail. It's okay if things don't work out the way you planned, because in the end things are going to be alright anyway. And that's the message I want you to take from this video and from my experience. My mom is always telling me that just because a swallow has died, that doesn't mean spring is over, and I really like that. It means that just because something didn't go well, that doesn't mean that everything is lost. There is always a solution for everything, trust me, and things will be okay. I really hope you learned something today. I really hope you follow my advice. Don't destroy your mental health, really, it's not worth it at all. I will see you in the next video. Bye!